All right, my friends, how are you today? Aaron here, bringing your daily horoscope for Saturday, the 2nd of January, 2021. We've got the moon over in the middle degrees of Leo. We've got the sun in the early degrees still of Capricorn. Okay? The Capricorn energy, of course, telling us to be the authoritative figure, remembering who we are. Very, very important. Who are you? All right? You are an individual. Okay? We got the moon over in Leo. Okay? The sun's home sign. This is about your creative self-expression, your individuality. Who are you? Right? Remember who you are. Remember who you are. Remember why you came here. Okay? So the moon from 7 in the morning until about 5 p.m. is going to be creating a grand fire trine, connecting Venus and Mars, okay, both in fire signs. Mars home in Aries and Venus in the sign of Sagittarius. Venus is really loving the expansion of Sagittarius, okay? It's still closely conjunct with the South Node, which means we're still releasing things. We're still letting go of things from the past. We're letting go of ideas, letting go of concepts. At the same time of releasing, we want to be moving toward a place of abundance, of feeling good, you know, and I brought up something. I'm going to share this here. So here's our grand fire trine. Okay. This week, or the next few days rather, Venus is going to come a little closer and closer to Mars. Okay. Really, we'll feel this energy throughout this week. Okay. And this is about valuing ourselves, valuing our bodies, valuing our emotions, valuing being courageous, okay? And in the times where we're feeling low, we have our emotional moon here that's saying, like, this is us giving ourselves our own pep talk. You know, this is like, well, what am I doing? What am I doing? Beating myself up or thinking that I'm not or I can't achieve whatever I want. You know, we can achieve whatever we set out to. You know, and as well, this is a grounding energy. So the fire trine itself is very creative, okay? This is like, get your creative juices flowing. Get that fire energy in you. Feel your motivation. Feel what you're passionate about. Love it. Learn it. You know, that's another thing is like, what do you feel excited about life? Learn it. Study it. You know, that's why you're here. We're learning about astrology. So this trine is not just about creativity, but balancing it's something we kind of talked about yesterday. You know, it's following our own bliss, and it's something I talked about, and I put a little link up, and I can re-put it. It's interesting. Of course, there's controversy, you know, of anything, but it's a very interesting thing. You know, when I see people, high energy, high vibe people, and they'll go to a space. Okay, this all pertains to the astrology, so let me just share. So they'll go into a space, and there'll be somebody there or a group of people, you know, oh, I'm not feeling those vibes. So we're gonna leave. You know, this kind of energy is like, okay, you chose that place to begin with. You chose to go there. You chose that environment. You chose with your friends or group or whatever it may be, partner, to go to that place. And because there is an existence or an energy or a feeling or something that exists within this space that you wanted to be in, now there's this sense of evasion. I'm going to just follow my bliss away from here because this doesn't make me happy. This doesn't make me joyful. So now this is where our courageous moon steps up and is bringing this fire, that trine, easy flow of energy. It's just like, no. I'm going to add my light to this scenario. I'm not going to allow the shadow or the dark energy. Whatever. Energy is just energy. There's no good energy or bad energy. It's just energy. It's our interpretation of things. But nonetheless, you know, it's like to be in an environment where we want it to be, but then because somebody else is there or there's an energy involved that shoos us away. You know, this is emotional immaturity and not staying in our space. It's controversial, I understand. But this is like saying, no. Don't run and flee from things. Just continue to follow, searching for a feeling. That's what the basis is here. Like, oh, this doesn't feel good, go to this direction. Because it's like eventually, we don't always feel good. You know, like we hit roadblocks, we hit bumps, we hit things, and we have to cross that bridge. We can't just say, oh, turn around now. I guess we can't get over that. I guess there's nothing that's going to get from A to B to harmonize. This energy is saying, like, look, we have all of the strength, we have all of the courage, all of the leadership capabilities to have the conversations, to stand our ground, to be firm, to not be, so deeply rooted that we're immovable. But at the same time, we're talking about the cardinal sign of Capricorn, where the sun is, our point of illumination. Our body, embodying this oneness, embodying who we are and what we're choosing to do. We choose to come to this place to be joyful and shine our light, not to allow it to be, pushed away by something else and just following a feeling. So I hope that made sense, because I feel, anyway, let me come back to the chart here for a second. So we also got Venus creating this trine to Eris. This is a very real trine to Eris. And the moon as well. Okay, so this is still how we're dealing with decisions, how we're dealing with things coming into us. Maybe even something I said just now is just like, how are we dealing with these decisions that are coming to us? Okay, and we follow the moon throughout this day here. And there we go. By 9 p.m., moon's going to move into Virgo. Okay, so we have this happy-go-lucky, feeling lit, feeling very creative, connecting with our feminine, connecting with our masculine, connecting our emotional body, our emotional needs with the feelings that we desire, with the things that we desire, with the action that we desire, that sense of motivation that we all look forward to. How do we this Capricorn energy, as well as how we discipline ourselves on a daily basis. So what can we do? What can we do to wake up this new year, this new year freshly and feeling motivated? And if there are things that we can do that says, okay, well, I don't feel motivated when I woke up this way. Can I breathe? Can I stretch? Can I do some yoga? Can I get a good meal in me? And then go through my process, right? It's just like, that Nelson Mandela, don't judge me by how successful I am, judge me by how many times I've fallen off the horse and gotten back up, or fallen down and gotten back up, right? So this is this energy of how many times can we get back up and not just run and flee and say, there's no options for me, and then the moon moves into Virgo at 9 p.m. Okay, so this is about our service. This is about staying consistent and doing that work and understanding that things are going to change. The flow of change is inevitable, right? So either way, we have a really fantastic energy starting off this year, and really tapping into that creative energy before the moon moves out of Virgo, or moves out of Leo into Virgo. So it's like we have all the way till 9 p.m. again, depending on where you're at in the world, to really kind of feel that energy. It's just like, what do we want to start this year off? Who do we want to be this year? When the going gets tough and when I want to buckle, Capricorn's the knees in the zodiac, and the knees don't buckle, they stay strong. We don't buckle. So it's like we have all of this fire energy, we have all of this sense of authority, sense of individuality, starting this year off very, very strong in favor of us, for us, and saying when the force, and this is going to happen this year, the wrecking ball is Uranus, meets that hard brick wall, that immovable force, and conflict happens, which we cannot avoid conflict in our lives. And that's part of basically what I was saying here. It's like when we come to conflict, how do we deal with it? How do we respond with it? Do we choose anger? Do we choose happiness? Do we choose to ignore it? Do we choose to run away? Only to find a new conflict. It's just like getting around the car that's going slow only to rush up to a red light. It's like we really didn't solve anything. All right. So then the moon's moving into Virgo, focusing on our acts of services. Okay. So taking that creative fire energy and moving along to how can I apply myself, this year to be there, to be of service, to be here for humanity. What do I need to do? What can I bring to the table to be practical? All right. So then we're going to have a grand Earth trine on Sunday, just after this fire trine. Okay. So we're definitely feeling this energy. It's coming off very strong this year, my friends. All right. Have a beautiful Saturday, and we'll see you tomorrow.